is clearly written that one, APC, PDP, zone presidency to that zone. So we're no longer looking at expecting northerners to come on board with the interest of vying for the office of the president. Now, in the south, we have among themselves other parties to present candidates. The PDP have looked around and, of course, needed a candidate with a track record that can be sold, and again, someone whom, if given opportunity, may want to serve not for personal interest, but for the interest of the country at large. So, Jonathan today being invited is different from the Jonathan of yesterday being invited. The times past, he was invited probably because somebody had a fallout with one political group or a politician. But at this moment, there's a general pain, not only in the whole country, but particularly in the north, in terms of security, in terms of many things. The north have realized from our past leaders, a president with policies, with sincere policies that would have lifted the burden of non-educational achievements, security, and so many people, a sincere heart. And they evaluate among the people at the moment. Some of the northerners will talk about Obi. They tried to blackmail Obi initially to talk about how he did when he was governor here and there. But in terms of Jonathan, most things that did not enjoy from the federal government, the Almajiri school, it was Jonathan's idea. Improvement on agriculture was Jonathan's idea. Jonathan wanted the North to go to school.
Abuja, Kaduna, Rail, no.
Jonathan wanted North to be educated. Yeah. Jonathan wanted the North to be secured. He never wanted a loan. He encouraged it. He released all the funds, everything needed for these things to really work for the North. Not because he has personal interest in the North, like our brother Atiku say, because he has wife from the South. Jonathan did not have any
no wife from the North.
Do you understand? Yeah. So if you look at it, I think it is time we sit down and evaluate what is this man's interest in my relationship with him from before. So I think the call for Jonathan today is heavier than it was for yesterday. Yeah. And he, of course, cannot deny that there's a general cry in the whole country over many things that I know, if he has a sincere interest of Nigeria at heart, he will also be pained. So he should be able to look at it. I'm sure he's beginning to look at it that maybe it's a call for a need, not just a want.
All right, Philip. No, Gage himself said each time he hear people say Gage come back, he weeps. He weeps and start crying. You know, maybe this time is he going to cry and still clean it, or you think that he might jump into the fray?
You know, the truth is that Jonathan has begun to see that he might just be a call from God to serve the people of Nigeria. And yes, in the past, when they come, he considers the pros and cons, he cries and he cleans his eye and tells them, look, I'm not ready for it yet. But it is a little bit different now. Because Jonathan, we know, we just rather keep quiet and sit in his parlor and enjoy his retirement. But of recent, he has been very vocal on national issues. Even just yesterday here, himself alongside Peter Obi spoke on 5 key points that will make 2027 election acceptable to the people. One of the key things they said was electrically transmitted results. This is not the Jonathan we know in 2019 or 2023. We would rather keep quiet. So I think, just maybe, like he rightly said, this call is beyond what it used to be and it's heavier. Even his enemy, supposed enemy, who fought tirelessly to remove him, are the ones championing his cause to come back to office so that they can right the wrong. At this point, Nigerians need somebody who has human sympathy, somebody who is tolerant, somebody who has listening ear as a leader. Not somebody who said, I am going this way, whether you like it or not, this is the way I will go. Whether you are injured or not, this way we must go. I think Nigeria has gone beyond that. Because if you are going to remove subsidy, Jonathan was the first proponent of removal of subsidy.
And the current president.
The people who are in the saddle today, declare occupy Nigeria. And they brought bed, they were using the money to cook for people and other. And Nigeria who were so stupid believed there, and they danced to their tune. And Jonathan said, okay, if that's what you want, no more subsidy. Go back and enjoy subsidy. Jonathan was the one who instituted the sovereign wealth. So much money was saved. These people, with their crony,
especially Amechi, Fashola,
APC, that's what I'm going.
APC, yeah.
That's what their crony in the APC there said, no, we don't want sovereign wealth. Bring the money, let's share the money. They shared the money. What do they do with it? Nothing. And today, Nigeria is grappling with how to survive. So, Jonathan will see that, look, I have good heart for these people. I wanted to create wealth for them and make them comfortable, secure their land. And I was doing it. Since I still have the opportunity, why not? So I think he's thinking in that direction. Because the people who are saying that Jonathan is coming to run, some of them, if you know who they are, you will take them serious. It is not what it used to be.
All right,
so I want to believe strongly that he may not just weep and go back to his bedroom.
So APC is right, running helter-skelter.
Very well.
So Eli, let's just look at it. And Jonathan is not going to run as an independent candidate if he's going to run.
Definitely.
The whole parties, there's no peace anywhere. Just about anywhere. In short, if you pick the smallest party today and say Jonathan will run in that party, before tomorrow morning, fashion.
Even me, I will join and create
fashion. So it appears to be a trend now. If you go and pick any smallest party today and say, they are not more talking about P2B in the last 3 weeks now. Since Jonathan emerged, criticism from the government to P2B and all that has died down. So let's hold on Jonathan so we don't waste our efforts. If you had heard that P2B wants to run here, and so far we have not heard of faction coming out from any party now.
because they don't have a fair opposition.
Do you think PDP will be able to put the house in order, particularly now that Wike is beginning to crack with the presidency in some form? Do you think Wike might just, okay, even though I will not come and support PDP clearly because I'm still with Asiwaju,
I will leave them to survive.
But I will leave them to survive on their own.
Okay,
do you think it's going to happen?
Yes, I won't be surprised. Long before now, a PDP crisis appeared initially like an unsolvable problem.
Yes.
But if you look at it, the past 1-2 months, prior to the last meeting they had, the INEC meeting, that they took some certain decisions before the zoning of presidency and the national chairmanship and whatever. The so-called fractions we have, the noise and the problems were no longer coming like they used to.
The ferocity has died down.
And so I think the PDP is beginning to get their house, in order. And then the PDP also realize that the soul of Nigeria really needs to be saved, And then they know again that one way they can get it right is to get a credible candidate. They tactically have done this already. For the first time, the PDP decided to shift their presidential ticket to the south, which of these are the first time they did it before. When they still allowed people like Atiku to try to wrestle it, which caused the internal crisis.
As a matter of fact, that was even why Atiku went to the APC, because
so
the
now,
was son of the north.
In the northern part, the one persons that were really creating, that were so overambitious, was someone like Atiku, whom has left PDP. I do not see PDP allowing Atiku to come back today for their presidential candidate ticket. The Bala Mohammeds that remain within the north, who are very strong men, are Jonathan people and obese people.
Yeah.
These are people who also have the interest of Nigeria at heart. These are the people championing the interest. So I do not foresee a PDP going into problem here. Rather, I see them every day moving forward and getting stronger for a good candidate. And remember what Bala Mohammed and some of them say, that even at this juncture, they will make sure that their elections, the primaries, will be free and fair.
All right. Looking at the PDP, is beginning, like I said earlier, certainly the ferocity of PDP problems appears to be dying down. There's an imminent convention coming up in Ibadan. So, though Wike's voice was there, but it's not as loud in the last 1 week now. Could it be accredited to the the war front he's facing his home? We gathered that yesterday he couldn't attend the state council of state meeting because somebody he wanted to be INEC Chairman wasn't who the president picked and all that blah blah blah. And of course, Showore has been throwing arsenal at him too. Do you think that and Wike was a minister under Jonathan. Wike is Jonathan's product, no matter how he tries to write it. Do you think Wike could just, even though not coming out clearly, to work for PDP so he can remain with Asiwaju? Do you think that he could just allow things to, and eventually PDP will become the home for Jonathan to run?
Well, there's two ways to it. First and foremost, Wike has no power to stop PDP from being the formidable party as at today. Because the founding father of PDP, the one that are still alive, and some governors has taken it upon themselves. For instance, the governor of Adamawa said, PDP made me, other than time. So these people, they are as formidable as Wike. That is one. Secondly, where Wike take his cousin, the cousin take a look and say, oh, he destroy PDP. Now he see clear the authenticity of the story, whether there's big rumor. But there's no rumor there's no smoke without fire. Because nothing would have stopped
Some of our Sahara reporters published it.
Yes, nothing would have stopped Wike from attending the Council of State meeting yesterday
in Abuja. Some of our Sahara reporters even published that he made an attempt to dissuade
other heads of state,
from
and a lot of them didn't attend, and the presidency saw through